Hi everybody, this is Peggy for Cropstop.com and Sophie, my videographer today. And today we want to show you how I made this adorable card using a couple new things I just got from Cropstop. Is that too stinking cute or what? Let me show you what I used here. We are going to use the Sizzix die cut for the star. It has a matching embossing folder. This is a big thing right now where you can get your die cuts and an embossing all at the same time. Oh, I am loving that. So we're going to use that. We're going to use, again, my Fisker stamp press and my stamp mat. I use that a lot to get a really good impression. We are going to use a nestability die for our sentiment. We are going to use Martha Stewart Punch to get the leaves. I love this one. And then I'm going to use Jenny Bolin ink. It's a Ranger product. I don't know if many of you have used this. I absolutely love it. It has so far been my all-time favorite when I'm using clear stamps especially. You don't get those little mottled looks in there. You get a nice, even, solid-looking stamp image, and I love that. So we're going to use that. Well, oh, and of course we're going to use the Cuddle Bug. Well, let me clear some things off here and let's get started. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is to cut our image, and we're using the star. And I'm going to use my Cuddle Bug to cut it. I'm just going to lay my paper on there. Now, the size of this this die cut takes the place of our A plate, so we won't be using that. So you're going to put a B plate, your die cut with your piece of paper on top, and another B plate on top, and we're just going to roll it through there. And there we go. I will move that over just a smidge. And there's our star. Pretty easy greasy. Now what we're going to do is to put this inside our embossing plate. So let's see which way I want to go here. You got to make sure you put it in the right direction, for heaven's sakes. So we're going to line that up. Now for this one I'm going to use the A plate, a B plate, the die cut. Well now, you know what I might do? Let me reach over here. Let's see if I can do this without getting too much in the camera. I'm going to try and tape that in there. See if that helps. Hold it in place. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so A plate, B plate, folder, and my other B plate right on top. Bring that Cuddle Bug back in and emboss. Now, wait till you see this. It's so awesome. And gently tear off that hunk of tape. Check that out. Is that like so awesome? I just love that. Now here's one thing I did on this one I forgot to show you. I was going to make a star card. And to do that, all I have to do using my die cut, see here, look at this. How about that? Instead of putting my paper, and I'm just going to bring this one back in, all the way to the top of my point there, I would just do it a little bit down when I cut. That right? Let's see. Yeah. And then I would roll it through there, and then that part wouldn't be cut. See, it would cut it way down here. Well, I can't do it now that I cut that paper out, but you get the idea. What you're going to do is to make sure that this part up here is not inside the die. Maybe I could do it better with this. You can see without the string while I'm struggling here. So does that make sense? So I would put my paper so that the tip of it wasn't at the tip of the die. That way when it cuts up here, but this part's not going to be cut because I folded my paper in half and I've got it right there. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, send me an email and we'll re-explain that for you. But the bottom line is I made a star-shaped card. Pretty awesome. Alright, now here's the next thing we're going to do. I'm going to grab a hunk of white paper, like so. And this time I'm going to use my C plate. Let's see, here it is. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out, using the nestability, my little shape for my verse. And again, I'm going to use my Cuddle Bug because that's my go-to machine. And I'll just stick her in there like so, and cut it. Now, I could emboss this, but I don't want to emboss this particular one because I want to use my inks. Alright, there we go. Now, I want to keep my cut piece of paper inside my die. So what I do again, let me reach across here. I hope I'm not getting my whole arm inside of that camera there. I want to tape it like so, so it doesn't come out. Alright. Now, let me clear some things off, and I'm going to show you how I ink that up. Now I'm going to bring in the ink that I told you it's a dye ink by Jenny Bolin, and this one's called Chicken Feet. I love the names that she gives them. oops, I'm going to use my little applicator here. And I'm going to just ink this right on top. Might have got that a little too dark on that side. That's okay. Oh yeah, I did make that pretty dark. I should have inked off of it first, but you'll get the idea. I hope. Okay, let's close that up. And I'm going to take it out of there. And look at that. Is that so cool? That's how I should have used a different color. Oh well, that's okay. I'm going to use this one. So that's how I got this here. Without it being embossed, I used my ink. Then I would bring in the black ink, which is called fountain pen, and my stamp pad. And then I'm going to ink this up. Their fountain pen, of course, is black. I guess you figured that out already. And then I can line that up right where I want it. Making sure I get it as straight as I can. Voila! How about that? Isn't that cool? But I hope the camera can pick up. That is a small lettering that I stamped. So in other words, the little rubber lines on there are really, really tiny. But if you could see close up, which I don't know if you can or not, that ink filled up everything. So I didn't miss any part of my letters at all. They're solidly stamped, which is why I love the Jenny Bolin ink, especially on the clear stamps. It works beautifully. So that's how I use that. So there's all the products I used tonight. And of course I used the wrong color, but that's okay. You get the gist. We probably could get away with that if we wanted to. So make sure you stop over at Crop Stop and get yourself some of this awesome Jenny Bolin ink. And make sure that you look over there and check out the new Sizzix embossing folder that matches the jumbo die like that. Is that too cool? I just love that. What do you think, Sophie? You love that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, you all have a great day. Make sure to tell them Peggy sent you. Bye.